Hello, my name is Julius Martinez. This is my Break from Miami lesson plan video, and so we will begin now. Okay. Hello, kids. How you been? How you doing today?
Good.
Good. All right. Good. As you know, this is a history class, so we'll be learning about a whole bunch of different topics, from the Revolution to Martin Luther King Jr. and so on and so forth. Today's lesson is going to be about primary and secondary resources. Does anyone know what primary and secondary resource is?
No.
No? Okay. A primary resource is a written document in the time that we are looking at under study. So a primary resource for the time of Dr. Martin Luther King would be his excerpt from jail, right? We learned yesterday about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s letter from Birmingham, Alabama, from his jail cell. Now, a primary resource, like I said, primary document. Now, the difference between a primary resource and a secondary resource would be the following. A secondary resource is something that will be on the same topic, but secondhand. So if we're talking about, say, Dr. Martin Luther King, as I stated before, a secondary resource would be a news article with an opinion. Now, if there's a news article with factual information, it is not a secondary resource. It would be a primary resource. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay. So, what we're going to do is, we're going to draw a chart and list examples of primary and secondary resources. Okay. Green is going to be primary resources. Red is going to be our secondary resources. What do you think would be a primary resource?
Personal interview with the person you're talking about?
Personal interview, like a documentary?
Yes.
Good. What about books, magazines, anything like that? What do you think would be a primary resource?
Bibliography?
No.
Why?
Autobiography. Not a bibliography
Oh, yeah.
is a written statement of what you're going to be using in your text. Now, you probably meant biography, and a biography is a book written about a person by someone other than that person. An autobiography would be, which I'm glad you said it, an autobiography would be an example of a primary resource, because that's firsthand. Okay? If Dr. Martin Luther King wrote an autobiography, that would be a primary resource to the information which we are studying on Dr. Martin Luther King. Okay. Can you name some examples of secondary resources?
Biography now.
A biography, exactly. Good. Biography. Can you name any others?
An article?
What kind of article? An opinion or factual?
Opinion.
Opinion, good. Opinion. Now, what do you think would fall under the middle category if we're comparing and contrasting? What would be a document in which it can be a primary resource, but at the same time, it can be a secondary resource?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay. How about, like you said, a news article? Because news articles, they also have opinion sections, and then sometimes they just have news. So if we're in a time, like I said, Dr. Martin Luther King, there can be an article saying Dr. Martin Luther King gave his I Have a Dream speech.